We're joined by legal analyst, Advocate Romeo Nthambeleni. Advocate, good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. Without really wanting to draw much speculation on Judge Maumela's state of health, the fact that this trial postponed by a month, if that is any bearing or consequence on how he's doing, it calls into question the future of this case.
Good evening to you, Kathy, and the viewers, and thanks for having me. And I think you've just summed it up. There. The challenge in relation to this trial is that there were other issues that were affecting the trial and the proceedings, and that is why we are where we are in terms of the proceedings that are before court. So it's correct to say that when the judge is indisposed now, due to ill health, it affects the trial. But the DJP has indicated that this matter is being looked at, and then they want the matter to be finalized for the interest of justice. So I hope that at the time when the trial resumes, is either Judge Maumela will come and continue with the matter, or there will be a way forward in the matter.
If Judge Maumela, for whatever reason, is unable to continue with this trial, what does it mean?
Yeah. No, unfortunately, in that case, the matter starts de novo. That is what happens. It starts de novo, and then we start with a new judge who must be appraised with the matter, and then all the witnesses are recalled. And you will remember, Casey, in this case, due to the change of legal representations, there were times where the legal representatives of the parties were saying that they are actually going to recall certain witnesses. So in that case, we start the matter de novo, which is afresh, as if we are starting today with a new allocated judge, and we start everything from the scratch.
So, Advocate Nthambeleni, if we're to talk then about ideals, it's not ideal that Judge Maumela is unable to continue with this case. So we really actually would want to see him stay with this matter in the interests of, justice. And we talk about the wheels of justice turning slowly, but already it's been so long for this matter that it is beyond being able to afford any more delays.
Yeah, you're quite correct. I heard what the DJP was saying in relation to his state of health, and he indicated that depending on what the doctor says, because you also don't want to have a judge that is actually not going to be able to proceed and finalize the matter due to ill health, and he suffers at the bench on the course that the matter must be finalized at all costs. So I think depending on the doctor's advice, then there will be a determination which will be made on whether he's going to be proceeding with the matter or not. But at the stage that you and me are talking now, he is seized with the matter, and obviously it is in the best interest of all the parties that he finalizes the matter.
The fact that the judge president is the one that made this address to that courtroom today, does it indicate just how serious this matter is?
Yeah, you're quite correct. It indicates how serious the matter is, and he starts with the responsibility of making sure that matters that are allocated are run properly and they are finalized. And that's why you heard him saying that let us allow this opportunity to actually see what the doctors are going to actually tell us. Then a determination will be made from there.
Advocate Nthambeleni, already so much has come out in this case. The fact that there's been opportunity to see part of what the state's case is going to be, to hear what the defense will be arguing. If everything has to be taken from scratch, what does that do for the case? Does it compromise it in any way?
Insofar as the matter is concerned, Kathy, when we start de novo, the witnesses have got the statements that they have made, and witnesses stick to those statements that they have actually made. So nothing materially changes when it comes to the evidence that the witnesses have given. And the challenge that we are having, Kathy, with these witnesses that we have seen is the memory issue, because this is not a case that happened last year. So the memory of the witnesses is fading, and when they are put under cross-examinations, they lose certain track of events, which is important of the case. So that's why it is in the best interest that this matter is finalized as soon as possible, when these witnesses can be able to recall what they've actually said on the statement. So that is what is important.
But also the cross-examination aspect of, the court process, I would imagine, would also be different, because both the lawyers and the witnesses have had an opportunity to look back at what they've said, to see where inconsistencies have been highlighted, and the opportunity perhaps to fill in the gaps where initially they may not have been able to.
Yeah, I think that is what you're saying is important there, because a benefit of hindsight is obviously very, very important to a witness that was on the stand. But what is going to bear us out is the first statement that the witness has made. And if there's sufficient material difference at the end of the trial, it's going to be argued that given the benefit that you have given a testimony that was actually previous, it talks to you as not being a proper witness that is being before court. So it benefits both sides to be able to argue in the end. So I think at the end of the day, what is important is those witnesses to stick to the statement that they've made, if those statements are truthful. And if you are chopping and changing, it really indicates that the statement was not true from the onset.
All right. Advocate Nthambeleni, we'll leave it there for tonight.